YXBA is back, and I'm ready to mash some more buttons. In this video, I want to take a dead serious look at the information we got out of Nintendo's investors meeting. In my last video, called Nintendo NX Rant, I provided my emotional knee-jerk reactions to the news with a somewhat humorous spin. Now I'm all healed up and ready to get down to real business. So, in a nutshell, Nintendo is releasing the NX globally in March of 2017. Zelda U is coming to the Nintendo NX, as well as the Wii U, and both versions of the game have been delayed until 2017. Zelda will be the only game at Nintendo's E3 show floor this year, and Nintendo NX will not appear at the event. We did get some positive news in that Nintendo is preparing Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem for mobile platforms, but I'm not going to talk about that today. The way I see it, the reactions to this news isn't making anybody happy. On one side, you have the guys like me who want the NX to come out as soon as possible and want news on it as soon as possible as well. And we unfortunately didn't get the news we were looking for. On the other side, you have Wii U purists who want to see the Wii U last a little bit longer and get supported for a longer period of time with games. But they're not happy either because the Wii U won't be the only place to play Zelda U, and it doesn't look like the system will have much coming out for it until the NX arrives, save for a few titles like Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Sharp FE, and Paper Mario Color Splash. What a double downer. But thanks to calm-minded, logic, and reason, there's hope yet for Nintendo's most passionate fans. I actually think that everything that they are doing in some way makes logical sense. First of all, nobody plans to launch a system in March. They just don't do it. That's like planning to slip off the end of a diving board. So I'm not upset with Nintendo for making this decision because I don't think that this is the decision that they were actually making to begin with. Kimishima said today that they basically need to launch the system in 2017 so they can have a better launch lineup. And when you look back at the Wii U and the 3DS, what is the biggest complaint about those systems? Well, the launch lineups were not very good, and they're taking that into consideration now and actually making sure that they have a kick ace launch lineup that when you take that system home on the first day, they're going to build up a bunch of hype and you're just going to be so excited to bring that system home and have all of these amazing games to play. So right now, if you're struggling to finish games in time for launch, it also makes logical sense to me that you would not want to be distracted right now preparing dazzling trailers and playable demos for E3. Hence why they are not going to have an NX presence at E3 this year. Also, with all the media and YouTubers invited to E3 this year, and all the kiosks being dedicated to Zelda U, you can bet that there will be a lot of coverage and hype built up for the new Zelda game, which will pay big dividends when the game launches with the new system in March. Don't get me wrong, I totally get the emotion that people are feeling right now. Hey, personally, I'm feeling it too. But I would rather Nintendo put all their eggs into the NX basket right now. Why? Well, this is the most important console launch in the company's history since the launch of the original Nintendo system with Rob the Robot. And so, to me, it makes sense that we're going to have this drought right now so that it can pay huge dividends when the NX does come out in March. So we're not going to get a ton of Wii U games because the Wii U games that they were working on, that they were planning for this period, are now going to be NX games. I do hope that when those games launch, they also do Wii U versions for many of those games, but I do think that those games would lose a lot of their ability to push NX systems if they had launched 3 months before, 6 months before on the Wii U. Another logical advantage to a 2017 launch is that they will be able to sell off more Wii U's this year than they otherwise would have been able to do, especially if we get some sort of price drop and some bundles with amazing games like Mario Kart 8 and Twilight Princess HD. Yeah, I have repeated many times that they need to launch that NX hotness this year because the system needs to be out at least 3 years, in my estimation, before Microsoft and Sony come out with super powerful next generation systems. But I was not factoring in the possibility that the system could launch in March of 2017. To me, it was either fall 2016 or fall 2017, and that's a pretty big gap. The fact is that very few consoles sell during January, February, and March, but with the system launching in March, and with them ensuring a great launch lineup, they will have a massive global launch and will build a huge amount of momentum into their first fall selling season in 2017. Mark my words, they will have an amazing first 9 months on the market. And since this is a momentum-based industry, that could end up being a very big thing for Nintendo. Yeah, the Nintendo fan inside me is bawling his eyes out right now, but logically speaking, this news is certainly not doom and gloom. Please give me your thoughts in the comments below. I look forward to talking with you guys in more details about this. And remember when you get down, just to keep the faith. This has been Colin Unger, reminding you to keep your thumbs glued to YXBA. And always remember to select Start. If you enjoyed this video, click like and subscribe.